Welcome to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato.
If you don't stop, so I'm gonna tase you. I'm not playing with you. Take your hands out your pocket. Take your hands out your pocket.
This video isn't about First Amendment auditors, at least not directly. So for all you fans of the auditors who get all excited when some auditor disobeys a cop's legitimate command, or you get downright giddy when some auditor accuses a cop of having his hand on his weapon or brandishing a taser or screaming, "Let me see your hands." This one's for you.
We're just wanting to know why you're hanging out over the Carver Center, just hiding behind the bushes. Keep your hands out of your pockets, bud. Keep your hands out of your pockets. Get your hand in your pocket, man. Your hands are cold. It's 72-degree weather.
Have a nice day, sir. Just walk away.
What's your name and badge number?
Miller 1582.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What's that for? What's that for? What's that for? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Bye-bye. Go away.
This is a First Amendment auditor, all dressed in black with a cap and a mask, only his eyes showing, who refuses the cop's request to back off. Put yourself in the place of the auditor and the cop. Let's get back to a similar situation where the cop has his taser pointed at a guy who refuses to stop. Now, I can actually hear the pro-auditors out there screaming, well, he's not being detained, and he is free to go, which is the common refrain.
If you don't stop, so I'm gonna tase you. I'm not playing with you. Take your hands out your pocket. Take your hands out your pocket. Take your hands out your pocket. Shots fired! Shots fired! Dispatch, I'm in! Yes, I go start, I'm in! I'm in! I'm a Tyson! Dispatch, help.
If you're a cop, you get to watch videos like this of cops being shot. You also watch First Amendment auditors who push the limits. This presents a dilemma. I can either get shot when someone disobeys my command, or I'll get sued and lose my job and pension. Well, this makes cops hesitant. And don't go there about if they would only just leave these poor auditors alone. BS. Auditors purposely agitate cops, and some cops are eventually going to choose life over job. Believe me, it'll happen. Now, most auditors and fans of auditors will be rooting for the guy in a camouflage jacket to keep walking and disobeying the cop's orders. All ideology aside, put yourself in the position of the cop just one time.
If you don't stop, so I'm gonna tase you. I'm not playing with you. Take your hands out your pocket. Take your hands out your pocket. Take your hands out your pocket.
You know, it took me a while to freeze frame the gunman because that gun came out and was fired in less than a second. Time it yourself. This is what cops face every day.
Officials say the deputies came after employees made a 911 call needing help at the store. A couple allegedly tried to pass a fraudulent receipt to steal expensive electronics.
So we can do this civilly?
Initially, the interaction with the suspects was cordial.
Yeah, the receipt right there. Yeah, okay, stop stealing. Let's go. I don't do this. You're like 40 years old and you're still stealing, dude? Get a job. Let's go.
2 seconds later, the deputy facing the suspect points out that he has a knife.
Auditors always complain and make a big deal on the number of cops who respond to a simple call of a guy with a camera. Or how about some shoplifters at Walmart?
As the arresting deputy spots the suspect's hand on the weapon, he attempts to handcuff him.
Look, dude, you're making this hard on yourself. Stop resisting my partner.
The man, identified as 30-year-old Ernest Aguilar, who had outstanding warrants, resists. As 3 deputies wrestle with Aguilar, a civilian steps in to try and help. They all fall to the ground. That's when a gun is spotted in the suspect's hand.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun! Somebody shoot him! 463. Shots fired. Shots fired.
You know, there's been more than a few auditors who test their First Amendment rights at Walmarts lately.
Care units dispatched or any available units dispatched to respond. South Station. Fire. Gunshot fire. Subject head or north. The officer and suspect.
Dispatch, Echo 7, I'm hit. I'm hit in my neck someplace. My arms are broken. Help me, please.
You know, there'll be some watching this who will say that cop deserved it. But that actually reflects on your inhumanity. You know, many auditors now open carry, which is their right. But the combination of weapons and a heated traffic stop is a recipe for disaster.
Is there anything in the car at all? You said no drugs, right? Any weapons in the car? Okay. Go step out real quick. Step out. Leave your phone up there. You don't have to roll your window up. You're not going anywhere. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know, I understand that this video is not going to change anyone's mind about First Amendment auditing. But if you're honest with yourself, and heck, you guys are not going to be honest with yourself, so let's wrap up today's show. If you watch my show, I promise you some surprises. I'll expose some scammers on the air and out some corrupt public officials. Take a look at the John Ligato Show. Subscribe. Semper Fidelis.